time on Revelation for Life, I said that man is constantly drawn to find security because man was made to know the only secure entity in the universe, God. Man was made to fellowship with God, the embodiment of security. Now, I want to look at just how secure God is. I want to look at the surety of his security. Stay tuned. Revelation for Life is coming at you. Last time I said that with God in your life, goodness and mercy shall follow you, surely. Goodness and mercy will stalk you like a stalker that you can't shake, surely. I said that one word sums up the security of God, surely. I want to look further at the surety of God. One of the key factors when measuring security is longevity. Things that are fleeting or short-lived are never considered to be secure. We look for something that has stood the test of time, which you can be sure will still be there tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, and beyond. Psalm 90 verse 2 from the Amplified Bible declares, "Before the mountains were born, or before you had given birth to the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting, you are the eternal God." God existed before the creation of the universe. You can't get a better track record than that. God has not only stood the test of time, God existed before time itself. From everlasting to everlasting, he is the eternal God. That's why David could boldly declare in Psalm 23, "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life." Not some, but all the days of my life. It is a surety that God and all he embodies will be present throughout the writer's lifespan and beyond. That is why he can boldly declare, "I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever." God is going nowhere. He's self-sufficient and self-sustaining. He doesn't rely on anything or anyone for his stability. We see in Matthew chapter 14 an account of Jesus walking on water. It says, "Shortly before dawn, Jesus went out to them, walking on the lake. When the disciples saw him walking on the lake, they were terrified. 'It's a ghost,' they said, and cried out in fear. But Jesus immediately said to them, 'Take courage, it is I. Don't be afraid.' 'Lord, if it's you,' Peter replied, 'tell me to come to you on the water.' 'Come,' he said. Then Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came toward Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, cried out, 'Lord, save me.' Immediately, Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. 'You of little faith,' he said, 'why did you doubt?'" I just want to pull a few things out of this text. Jesus walked on water because God does not rely on the ground to be stable. The ground could be shaking and God would still be stable. Actually, the ground relies on God to be stable. The very ground which holds steady everything we hold dear in this earth is held steady by God. The water was irrelevant. God is stable in himself. Now, also, Peter walked on water when he was locked into how stable Jesus was, not how stable the water was. For a moment, Peter got the revelation that the water was irrelevant. Christ wasn't standing on the water, he was standing on himself. He was held up by the fact of who he was, nothing else. In that moment, Peter wasn't standing on the water either. Peter was standing on Christ. Christ was standing on himself, and Peter was standing on Christ. The water was not relevant. When Jesus is the rock on which we stand, we will be stable regardless of what else isn't. Surely, all of the other things we put trust in are held up by something else. They're not secure. Put your trust in Jesus. Pin your hopes on Jesus. When you have Jesus, you have absolute security. Surely, this is revelation for life.
Stay tuned for a special sneak peek of episodes to come.
I'm here to state without apology to anyone what the real gospel is. Have we outgrown the concept of God? Has science disproved the existence of God? What is it that drives us to find security? Surely the pursuit of knowledge would have to be a good thing, right? Even the Word of God encourages us to acquire knowledge. But is there a limit or a boundary? There's a lot that we still don't understand, even after all these years of scientific advancement. I know a lot of people can relate to this. You want God, you want to give Christ a try, but you want the real deal. And there's so much being presented before you, different denominations, different teachings. The only thing that would meet this criteria is God. There are many things we still don't understand, but that doesn't change the reality of it. God is love. Why would a loving God send people to a place like hell? A lot is said about heaven, but a lot of what is said is actually inaccurate. But the Big Bang Theory doesn't adequately answer this. Coming up on Revelation for Life, I'm going to be tackling some big topics like heaven and hell. I'm even going to tackle the existence of alien life before the end of the season. Keep it locked. This is Revelation for Life.
Visit us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, Monday to Saturday at 8:30 p.m.